Good morning. It is getting to be the end of July, and already we've got markets kind of deciding what type of year it is. This week, the market switched and we went higher this week. December corn up 15 cents, November soybeans up 28. Corn and soybeans leading the market higher. And really, there is nothing here but a change in the weather forecast in the extended, like in the 6 to 10 and 8 to 14 day. And you'll see that when I show some of these numbers. September Chicago wheat up a penny. Minneapolis actually down 18 cents. Minneapolis continues to lose despite the reversal in the corn and soybeans this week. August crude oil up 99 cents. August gold down $6. Nothing, the US dollar up 0.671. Nothing really in the outside markets that would have indicated this kind of move in the corn and soybeans this week. And actually, if you look at the weekly crop progress as of last Monday, not suggesting anything like that either. In fact, corn, good, excellent conditions, unchanged, but the yield model went up 0.1. We're at 190.1 bushels per acre versus USDA at 181 and trend 183.7 near 184. Soybeans improved 4%, a huge improvement in crop conditions. Spring wheat also up 4%. And the yield model jumped a pretty aggressive 0.46, almost half a bushel, 52.93. Now we are above USDA's estimate of 52.5. And the crop had been improving the last 3-4 weeks. Topsoil moisture still not showing any sign of a problem, 73% adequate surplus, only 1% below normal, 72% last year, so a little better. Subsoil down 1%, 73. Those are still very good moisture ratings for the end of July. So nothing there suggesting that the markets would go higher yet. Corn prices up 15, 16 cents this week. Look at that, particularly the last 4 days of the week, pretty strong. And now we're going to be testing, a small downtrend here. We do not have higher highs. We've got this high here, so still in a downtrend, but this is where the market could turn lower. We'll see if it does, but really it's related to the weather forecast. Soybeans, the last 3 days, very strong, up, 25 cents for the week. But the market, very strong the last 3 days. A bit of an upside reversal on the weekly. Will we test this downtrend, though? That's where we're at right now. Basically, we need that forecast to hold. And here's that forecast. This is the big deal. Both the 6 to 10 and 8 to 14 day forecast showing the same amount of heat. Heat. That's what the market is worried about this week. That forecast of heat out a week. It's really not all that warm right now, but out a week, that could be a problem. It actually was relatively warm in the southern U.S. this week. And the below normal precip forecast, those are a concern. Late July and August, we could hurt that crop. We could take it from an above average crop and take it back to normal. And of course, the market responds very quickly. The next week's rainfall is also not all that good. It's decent here in the northern part. This is a good share of the Corn Belt, of course, but in the south you've got some dryness, and in the west, and that forecast to creep in here to this central Corn Belt. So it's really a forecast situation that's pushing the market lower. Wheat, of course, winter wheat not doing much this week because really, the winter wheat is just about done. We're 60 some percent harvested with winter wheat, so the winter wheat crop, pretty much the growing crop, is done. So the winter wheat is not seeing that kind of support from that change in forecast. And actually, spring wheat, with a warm, dry forecast going into harvest, actually slid lower this week. It's hard to see where you could go take spring wheat down much more. I suppose you could test this support area, but the spring wheat crop is not rated good. 54% versus 77 last year. It's not a very good rating in spring wheat at all. Crude oil not doing much. You see these outside markets, you still got an uptrend going, but not much happening in the crude oil this week, just slight gains. And the gold market has really been sitting in neutral for, boy, you could almost say that's 3 months or more. What is the gold market waiting for? It's kind of interesting. Um, the the Federal Reserve Chairman Powell is getting pressured. He's calling too late, uh, lower rates too late. Trump is teasing him basically. So a lot of speculation that Trump will replace Powell. Actually, not a very good idea. It roils financial markets, but certainly he is razzing him plenty. And actually, the economy looks pretty darn good. Powell keeps talking about inflation from tariffs, and we have 2.7% inflation. Actually, that should cause interest rates to go down, but he is like the last Federal Reserve chairman in the world. Apparently, he doesn't like Mr. Trump very well. Kind of funny how childish people can be. Uh, but I mean, that's human nature, I guess. So here we are, U.S. dollar showing a little bit of strength this week, but not a lot happening there either. Really, the story this week is really the change in the weather forecast. In the last 4 days this week, the market, it showed some support. Actually, as of Monday, the crop was continuing to improve. The soybeans rather aggressively. Many people say we need heat, but the market worries about heat, drought, warm, dry weather in July and August. I mean, we have a very good crop going, well above average. Warm and dry weather in July and August can hurt the crop. Probably soybeans more significantly than corn, but that weather has to be sustained. If this forecast wanes back, cooler to normal temperatures and normal precip, the market is going to continue its track lower. But we're at a point where we're testing those downtrends in corn and soybeans. If we have this weather forecast hold or get warmer and even drier again, as it's been trending the last 4 days, we're going to see support in the market. And that's what we saw this past week. It's amazing how quickly the market responds to a change in forecast. But I mean, it is what it is, and we're going to have to deal with it. So hopefully, actually, prices are so pathetic, we need some support. We're looking at a very good crop this year, unless something develops late in the year in this last half of the growing season to hurt the crop. And that's exactly what the market is responding to, that type of forecast out in the 6 to 10 and 8 to 14 day forecast. Hope you have a great weekend and good marketing.